Hey folks, it's Wade here at the Shoemakers Academy. Hey, it's DIY Friday, and I've been getting a lot of questions about the stacked cardboard shoe last. Can I make one? The answer is yes, you can. And I'm going to show you how I made this file. Okay, so welcome to Shoemakers Academy. If you're new to us, we are an online education platform for all things footwear design, development, production, all that good stuff. Um, um, Cruise on over to the website. I'm going to show you a few things. Cruise on over to the website. And first thing we're going to do is I want to show you where you can find some information about how to make this last. So we're going to go over here to Shoemaking Blog, and I'm going to just paste in here how to make a shoe last, and we're going to go to this article right here. And actually, if you don't want to go through the effort to make one, you can buy one. We have them for sale too. Okay, so here's this article that we wrote, and it's called "How to Make a Shoe Last." And this talks about carving wood and all things. But today we're talking about stacked cardboard. So a couple of things here. So first thing, yes, you can carve it out of wood. Yes, and then here we go. So you can download the PDF file right here. This is for a size 9 of the sneaker last. So here it is. This is what that looks like. Just cut it out and assemble it. That's it. Easy, huh? The other thing is you would what am I saying? Just download that thing and print it. That's all. Okay, so how did we make that file? That's a good question, right? So that's what I'm going to show you. So down here is a link for it's called Fusion 360, and it's an Autodesk program, and it is what I use to create this file. Basically, this program is not really supported anymore, but it still works. So here you can download it, and the link for this article and for the Fusion 360 slicer are in the description below, and actually the link for that size 9 file, that's also down below, so you can just go right to it. But here you can see it's available for Windows and for Mac. I'm going to show you what the Mac one looks like right now. All right. Okay, we're going to launch the Fusion 360 slicer. Okay, here it is. Easy. So first things first, you're going to want to import a file. Now, what are you going to be able to import? I've been importing STL files, or these are basically 3D print files, right? So wherever you get the file from, and actually, I've done other funny things, like I downloaded for my son's school project, we downloaded a STL of the Sphinx and made a stacked cardboard version of that. It's somewhere downstairs. Anyways, but basically, so you're going to need to get a last file, or depending on what you're into, if you have a scan of your own foot, you could do that too. So let's go get our file for importing here, and we're going to import here. And what I'm going to import here is our Air Jordan tribute last. Let's get that here. Here's the size 9 here. Let's import that. Show you what that looks like. Okay. Takes a little while. No worries. No worries. While you're waiting, just remind you that we have, if you go back to shoemakersacademy.com, we have tons of shoemaking books and online courses that you can take, and tons of different blog articles. Yeah, this is taking a little while to download. No worries, no worries. We got lots of time here. It is Friday after all, and who's working that hard? Not me, that's for sure. Hmm. All right, we're imported here, and you can see up in the corner here, which way? Up in the corner there, you can see you've got the little control box here that lets you spin the object around. Okay, you just spin that around so you can get a good look at it here. There you go. Okay, that's our thing. Now over here on the side here, you're gonna see your file name, and it's gonna say your manufacturing settings, right? And basically, I'm just saying letter size paper, because that's basically it. Select unit size, uniform scale. Okay, all that stuff's there. The next thing you're going to see is construction technique. And your options are stacked slices, interlocked slices, curves, radial. And there's lots of fun, weird things. Um, like interlocked slices. We'll just take a look at that. Yeah, it's just kind of weird, but you can see actually there's the pattern right there. So, if you have less material and you want to make the skeletal looking thing, but we're not doing that. We are going to do stacked slices. So here we have stacked slices. Now you'll notice that it is stacked sideways. Well, we don't want that. We want actually to go toe to heel, right? You could do this. You can see there's only 5 sheets, 17 parts, but the resolution of that is not that great. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna come down over here to slice direction and select the right axis here. Okay, now we've got the perimeter axis set, and we're gonna flip that to 90, hit return. There we go. Okay, that was easy. So make sure you get the right axis set. Yeah, I'm not an expert at this, but here you go. That's what that looks like. And now you can spin it around and get a feel for what that thing looks like. That's pretty cool, right? Okay. So 45 parts. Now, this is the trick where the thickness of your material really matters, because that controls the length of your last. So that's where you got to do a little bit of math, because you can see that this thing is 45 slices. Depending on the thickness of your material, that is where it gets a little tricky. So just FYI. Now, I think the other thing it's going to ask you is your object size. Let's see, height, width, length. Okay, that all looks right. I mean, you want to use your original size, so that basically you have the correct size to your file, right? Okay. So that thing's thinking for a second. Okay, once you have your slicing direction set, what you're going to notice is you have your little window over here on the side, and this shows what your sections look like. Once in a while, if your manufacturing settings aren't quite right, this will go to 0, and you won't see the cutout there. But what you're going to want to do there is go over here to manufacturing settings over here and hit the little pencil. And this dialog box is going to show up, but basically hit done. And then you'll notice down here at the bottom of the screen, you'll see material size. And more importantly, you're going to see a setting down here called thickness. And this is critically important that you get your thickness right, because we're trying to make a shoe last of the correct dimension. And what's controlling the length of our shoe last is the thickness of the slice. So you're going to want to set that thickness depending on the material you have. So if you had a material that was 1 inch thick, and that's what it looks like. If you have a material that's a 1/4 inch thick, 0.25, then it looks like that. If you have a material that's 1/8 of an inch thick, 0.125, it's going to look like that. Okay, and that'll control how many slices you have. So we're figuring we got 1/8 of an inch or whatever. You'll figure out what it is. You'll also actually, I'll slide aside here. Down here it says units too. So if you have millimeters, then millimeters work too. Okay, so there's our sheets, and we've set our sheet to 8.5 by 11, so US normal letter size. And there are five sheets. And now we're going to go to get plans. And this actually is kind of the fun part. Get plans, and you see it'll show you your screen. Oh no, here, wait a minute. We want to see assembly steps. Okay, assembly steps. And I think somewhere there's a thing where, it can show you what it is. So down here in the corner, actually here, let me, I'm going to turn myself off here for a second. Down here in the corner, it shows what material it is. So basically, here it is. Okay, over here, down here, it shows cardboard or whatever other material. So we can choose plywood, okay, or we can choose, what is that? Plastic. Okay, whatever. That's what it looks like. But we're going to stick with cardboard, because that's what we're doing. So there's our cardboard setting. And this little slider down at the bottom here just lets you show what step your assembly diagram. If you're using one of those other fancy stacking things like, then it's more important for you to see the assembly process. But for us, we're just stacking it. Now, there's another setting here called dowels. And basically what dowels allows you to do is set a pin that goes through it so you can arrange, and that's pretty useful too. You'll have to see how it works. I think well, let's press it and see what happens. Right, I have a feeling it might crash, but we'll see what happens. We'll hit dowels, and okay, nothing seemed to happen. So hopefully we've got dowels inside, because it's set for diameter, set for 0.25 round. Okay. I don't know what that is gonna do. Okay, so hopefully we've got dowels. Now we're gonna go to get plan. Now, as long as you see your sections stacked up over there in the window in those pages, then you're actually good to output. So we're gonna go over here to get plans, wherever that is, down which way, down there. Get plans. Press that button, and there you can see our pages. And at the bottom of the screen, it gives you options. It says, PDF or DXF or EPS. We're going to stick with PDF, and we're just going to go to export to my computer. And it's going to our desktop, and we're going to say AJ1 stack. And save it to our desktop. Now let's go take a look. There it is, and there's our stacked file. And actually, it's got I don't know if those are all the alignment marks or not, but you get the idea. That's kind of how you do it. It's a little bit of a mission to get all those things cut out. But hey, again, most importantly is to make sure that you put in the width of your stack. And hey, listen, I think this software is not supported anymore. It says they stopped supporting it in 2020. But here, I just downloaded a fresh one today, and it does work on this Mac. This is not the newest Mac, but it's working. And so basically, all you have to do is get yourself an STL file for whatever it is. Like I said, we did a Sphinx for my son. But hey, if you have your outsole design or midsole design and you want to just make something that is close, why not try, right? So again, it's not 3D printing, but if you don't have a 3D printer and you want to spend some time with a hobby knife to cut this stuff out, then it totally works. You totally can do it. So anyways, folks, that's it. Hey, again, if you get into this project and you find it's a really headache and a hassle and it's not fun for you, then just swing over to Shoemakers Academy, because you can buy a regular last as it is. Thanks. Happy Friday. We'll talk to you soon.